Hey, what is going on, Aquarius? Butch Tarot here. Don't know why I came out that way. Anyway, I'm going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using the Tarot of Dreams. And with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what is going on for Aquarius? What message do we have for Aquarius? Let me see for Aquarius. Ooh. Excuse me. I had a little drinky poo. All right. Really. So the first thing I see, Aquarius, I feel like this energy, there is someone that's already around you. I feel like this is someone that you have a friendship with, an association with, someone you work with, someone you go to school with. This is definitely someone that knows you, and it's someone that you know. Now with this person, I feel like there's been a lot, or there's going to be a lot of flirty energy between the two of you. And now this may be something that already had happened, but I feel like lately, and moving forward, it's going to be a little bit less, it's going to be less subtle, more direct. I feel like with this person, I feel like they kind of sat on the sidelines. I feel like with this person, it's almost like they were waiting for the right opportunity. I see this person, they were waiting for that right opportunity to come toward them, and the right opportunity they feel is now. I feel like they've been holding something back, something that they wanted to tell you, but they couldn't share with you. They know in their heart what they want. But I feel like, I do feel like this is something that's really gone from, I feel like it started out more of a friendship, a little bit of a crush, but I feel like that's gone on for long enough that this person realizes it's not a crush anymore. I feel like this person really enjoys you. They enjoy the conversations they have with you. They enjoy just being around you. I feel like they have this feeling that you are on the same page, that you guys really gel. And they have something with you that they've never had. And the more they get to know you, the more they like. The more interested they become. Now, not only this has caused them to finally step up, I feel like you've kind of always been there for them. And they appreciate you that way. I feel like you always inspire them to be more, maybe convincing them to, to do things. Maybe you convinced them or talked them into something that made their life better. I just feel like you've inspired them, and the inspiration you've given them has changed their life. You know, I see a lot of big changes coming for this person. You know, I see this person, I see a lot of stability and a lot of good fortune. You know, I feel like you've always been kind of the guiding light for this person. And it's almost like that's just another reason why they can't get you out of their head. You know, I feel like you caused, those changes that you caused this person, I feel like you really gave them a sense of fearlessness. You know, you really caused them to believe in themselves. And them believing in themselves has caused a lot of good things to happen for them. You know, and like I said, I feel like they just feel like they belong when they're around you. You know, they feel this relief. And like I said, I feel like there has been times when this person wanted to tell you, but there was that internal struggle. The problem that I feel like this person had faced for a while, when it turned from a crush to something more, is that fear of telling you and losing you. You know, there's always that awkwardness between friends when one catches feelings. Or sometimes we get signs, but we're not sure if they're signs or if we're just reading too deeply into something. This is not something that happened overnight. This has been cultivated. And I feel like the fear for them before, which I feel like that is kind of slipping away, letting go of all that negative thinking, is also a little bit your fault. Like I said, I feel like you really inspire this person to, embrace themselves, and just being around you inspires them. But you also inspired this person to let go of the shit that doesn't matter. You know, to live more freely, to just be yourself. And I know that sounds super elementary, super junior high type energy. Just be yourself. But it really hit home for this person. I feel like they never truly felt comfortable in their own skin until they met you. And the more they got to know you, the more they realized there was something going on there. And like I said, I do feel like there's a part of them that was afraid that you wouldn't feel the same way. Now, with this person, I don't feel like, like I said, I don't feel like this is something that happened overnight. I feel like this was cultivated. This was brewing for a while. The thing was stopping them was that internal struggle. That fear that if they told you how they felt, that they'd scare you away, or that you wouldn't be interested. And that's, it was a lot of overthinking. But like I said, sometimes when you're friends with someone, and you catch feelings for them, and that's what they did. They caught feelings. But they let those feelings sit under the surface for a while. They wanted to know they were real. They wanted to know that they weren't just going to risk it all for nothing. But now they know it's real. Now they know what they want. But like I said, the biggest fear when you're friends with someone, you catch feelings for them, is that you tell them and they don't feel the same way, because that shit gets awkward. It really, it takes a really strong friendship to survive that. Um, I did that. Unfortunately, when I was young, I had a friend, and she was great. We had a great friendship. We were very close. And I don't know if I ever truly had feelings for her, or if it was, I just misinterpret the connection. I was really comfortable with her, really attracted to her. But I mean, I was young at the time. I was very young. I was probably 14, 15 years old. And I told her, I asked her out, and we never really hung out again. So I get it. And that's the problem. Even when you get older, like that mindset comes into play, and you're like, okay, is this really something I want to pursue? Because if I pursue it and I'm wrong, I'm going to lose them. But then with this person, I feel like it's too much. I feel like they can't not pursue it. They've held back long enough. I mean, this person wants to reach out and grab you. They want to reach out and tell you how they feel. They want to tell you how special you are. They want to tell you how special you are to them. And that's exactly what they're going to do. I see them taking that leap of faith. They're trusting in that, and they're hoping that you're going to catch them. And like I said, I mean, this person, you inspired them. You made them see that they're better than what they thought they were. You made them feel better about themselves. You made them do better for themselves. A lot of this, progression for this person, a lot of this positive forward movement has been because of you. And they want to continue that. And like I said, once they take that leap of faith, they're jumping all the way in. They're going to be very blunt. They're going to be very direct. They're going to be very to the point. They're not letting these feelings go without a fight. And it's like I said, you spark something in this person, and it's not just about the fact that you help them. It's not just about the fact that you made them see things that they never saw. You make them stronger. And they're not going to want to let that go. You saw something in them. You believed in them when they didn't even believe in themselves. You gave them something that no one else could give them. And they want to give you something that I don't feel like anybody's given you in a long time or ever. They want to fill those cups up. They want to have. We have the family card with the 10 of cups. They want to fill your cups up. They want to be with you. They want to share life's adventure with you. You brought them out of their shell. I see a huge transformation in this person with that death card. Like I said, I feel like they're taking the leap of faith, and it starts with the flirtation. Like I said, there's a lot of really strong flirting going on to start this all off. And I feel like it may have been something that you had before. Little flirts here and there. I don't know what's going on. It may be something that you had little spurts of here and there before, but there was some undertone with that as well. But now they're finally ready to take the real leap. Really commit to it. They just want to make you happy. They want to return the favor. When you find someone special, you don't let them go. And that's what they're not going to let you go. Not without a fight. There's already been that internal struggle with that five of wands. They've already been fighting themselves about this. They've been holding a secret long enough, and they can't hold it anymore. Whatever that means. They can't hold back how they feel about you. They can't deny the feelings they have for you. And they're about to tell you. You know, it starts off a little bit of flirting, kind of testing the ground, but that's only where it starts. You know, I feel like this person's going to open up to you in a big way. And I feel like you may be surprised how deep this person, you know, admires you and respects you. And that's where it starts. It's not about us. You know, it's not about the sexual sexual um, chemistry that you may have or may not have. It's not about that. It's more of it's more cerebral. You know, like I said, I feel like you're a lot more than someone that just helped them. You know, like I said, I feel like you have great conversations with this person. I feel like you have a lot of great conversations to come. I feel like you're very like-minded. And just icing on the cake is the fact that you did, you know, inspire this person. And they want to be that for you when you need it. With this person, we have Leo, we have Sagittarius, we have Aquarius and Libra and Gemini, Capricorn, and we also have some Pisces and some Cancer and some Scorpio as well. I mean, I feel like you're going to be looking at more of a fire or air sun sign, but I feel like they have a great mixture in their chart. Now, one thing I want to mention, during the read, I kept getting the feeling like this is not something they do. They don't put themselves out there like this. So I feel like that's another reason why it was kind of taking their time. You know, really making sure their ducks were in a row, coming to you correctly. You know, putting themselves out there is not something they do. But like I said, that I feel like that's another thing, that confidence that you've kind of instilled in them has kind of paid off in that way as well. You know, sometimes we do things for people that we don't even realize we're doing. You know, we just want the best for them. And to tell you the truth, Aquarius are really... I have an Aquarius, a friend of mine. He's an Aquarius sun and moon. And, you know, he's such a great guy. He's really one of those people that, you know, if you go to him with an idea and maybe you've told this idea to 10 other people, no matter how stupid the idea is, he always finds a way to make it sound good. You know, he's always very... You know, it's the way he says things. Even when he says bad things, he makes it sound good. He has this very different look on life. But yeah, but he also has a way of saying something to you. Like, I remember we've been friends for a long time. When I was younger, I remember I was going to go get a tattoo. And I remember I was talking to him when I was like, yeah, I was going to get a tattoo. And he said, what are you going to get? So I showed him this picture that my friend drew for me. And he's like, you really going to get that? You going to be happy with it? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, you know, it's a big tattoo. It's a big commitment. You know, he said, but if you're happy with it, you should do it. Right there, what I heard was, that's stupid. Think about it. And that's what I mean. Like, he just had a way of saying things in a nice way. Like, I showed another friend of mine, and I remember he's a Leo. And he was like, man, I wouldn't do that. You know, that's a big tattoo. And you might regret it. And, you know, it was so... He's being honest, so I appreciate it, but, you know, it wasn't very productive. But when my buddy Kyle, he told me, he's the Aquarius Kyle, When he said it, it was like he made me think about it. You know, he didn't down it. He didn't tell me not to do it. He just kept, you know, it was such a he's such a smart guy too. Like he makes you think that things were your idea. And I didn't end up getting the tattoo. And I'm so glad. It was like a couple years later. Uh, I was so glad I never got it because it was big, and it was a bad tattoo. It was big. It was a big commitment. And but the thing was, he made me think that it was my idea not to get it, and I appreciate the shit out of him for that because he didn't make me feel like an idiot for wanting to do it, but he did talk me out of it in a very nice way. I don't know if that makes any damn sense, but that was just. I don't really have a lot of Aquarius friends that I know of. I mean, I don't know all my friends' birthdays. I think he's the only one I can actually know for sure. He's an Aquarius, but if you don't have an Aquarius friend, you're missing out. You know, and that's just an example of one time. There's been other times when he said things that made me think. But he's such a straightforward shooter. He's a straight shooter. Like, you know, some people are blunt, but they're not. They're blunt with their own narrative. He's very good at making you see things in a different perspective. But anyway, that's what I have for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.